Africa, a continent where the sun rules the earth. And on these lands, above the horizon, a silent silhouette slowly glides. The giraffe, the tallest living creature on earth, the living tower of the savanna, one of the most elegant engineering masterpieces of evolution. The giraffe is not just an animal. It is a true story of nature, written over millions of years. Every step, every breath, every glance, in short, every movement, is the result of a long struggle against Africa's changing climates, predators, and droughts. Today, in this documentary, we will get to know the giraffe not only as we see it with our eyes, but through its past, its future, and the deep bond it has formed with nature. The story of the giraffe begins approximately 25 million years ago. At that time, Africa was not covered with open savannas as it is today, but with dense forests. The ancestors of the giraffe were ordinary, short-necked herbivores resembling modern deer. But as time passed, Africa's climate changed. Forests retreated, savannas expanded, trees grew taller, the grasses on the ground diminished, and leaves moved closer to the sky. And nature made its choice. Those with slightly longer necks could reach higher leaves. Those who were slightly taller fed better. Those who fed better survived. Those who survived multiplied. Generation after generation, this advantage grew. After millions of years of silent selection, the giraffe we see today emerged. Today, a giraffe's neck can exceed 2 meters. Yet what is astonishing is this. Just like humans, a giraffe has only 7 neck vertebrae. These vertebrae are extraordinarily elongated, and the connections between them are unique. Thanks to this structure, the giraffe is both flexible and immensely strong. But this long neck comes with a great cost. Sending blood to the brain through such a long pipeline requires extraordinary engineering. A giraffe's heart weighs about 11 kilograms. 3 times the size of a human heart, it is an incredibly powerful pump. The heart circulates nearly 60 liters of blood per minute. Thanks to special valve systems, the giraffe's brain is protected when it lowers its head. This circulatory system is among the most complex in the mammal kingdom. The giraffe sleeps standing up. It enters deep sleep for only 20 to 30 minutes per day. Being so vulnerable in the wild is a major risk. Therefore, even sleep is carefully managed as a survival strategy. Its feeding behavior is just as specialized. A giraffe consumes approximately 30 to 35 kilograms of leaves per day. Its favorite tree is the acacia. These trees are covered with thorns. Yet the giraffe's tongue, about 50 centimeters long, thick, muscular, and dark in color, moves effortlessly among them. The dark color protects the tongue from sunburn. It skillfully navigates between thorns, stripping leaves one by one. When a herd of giraffes moves across the savanna, it feels as if time slows down. Their walk is heavy, rhythmic, and calm. Each step is the repetition of a habit formed over hundreds of thousands of years. Giraffes are social animals. They live in small groups. Females roam with their young. Males occasionally engage in fierce battles. These battles are fought by swinging their necks against one another. This behavior, known as necking, is rare in nature and unique to giraffes. The victorious male earns the right to approach the females of the herd. When a baby giraffe is born, its life begins with a fall from a height of 2 meters. This fall is its first test. It stands within minutes, and within just half an hour it begins to walk. Because in the savanna, there is no time to lose. Yet for a young giraffe, the world is extremely dangerous. Lions, hyenas, leopards. Within the first year, a large portion of calves are lost to predators. Attacking an adult giraffe, however, is a risk few predators dare to take. A single kick from a giraffe can shatter a lion's skull. Its long legs and elevated field of vision make it one of the most vigilant creatures of the savanna. Every giraffe's patterns are unique. No 2 giraffes are the same. These patterns are not merely aesthetic. They also aid in temperature regulation and social recognition. The giraffe, with its height, is bound to the sky, with its feet to the earth, and with its heart to the rhythm of Africa. And today, these noble giants are quietly moving toward extinction. Over the past 30 years, the global giraffe population has declined by more than 40%. Habitat loss, poaching, climate change, and human pressure, all of these factors threaten this life that reaches the sky. If the giraffe disappears, it is not only a species that vanishes. An ecosystem's balance is broken. A continent's voice is silenced. A story millions of years in the making remains unfinished. The giraffe is not only the tallest living creature of the savanna, but also one of the hidden architects of its ecosystem. By stripping leaves from high branches, it shapes the upper structure of trees. This pruning effect allows some plant species to grow denser while others become more resilient. Without the giraffe, the savanna as we know it would not exist. It is the invisible gardener of nature. By consuming leaves unreachable by ground herbivores, it fills a unique niche in the food chain. This is part of nature's extraordinary balance system. If the giraffe disappears, this balance is disrupted. Trees grow excessively, some plants become dominant, grasslands change, and this transformation affects hundreds of species in a chain reaction. Giraffes rarely need water. The moisture they obtain from leaves allows them to survive for days without drinking. But when they do drink, they become extremely vulnerable. They spread their front legs and lower themselves, making them easy targets for predators. For this reason, drinking water is one of the most dangerous moments in a giraffe's life. A moving herd of giraffes can be seen from kilometers away. Their height allows them to detect approaching danger very early. For this reason, many animals prefer to stay near giraffes. They are the natural watchtowers of the savanna. Yet even these advantages are not enough to protect the giraffe in today's world. As human settlements expand, giraffe habitats shrink. Agricultural lands, roads, fences, and cities fragment the savanna, cutting off natural migration routes. Once free to roam for kilometers, giraffes are now trapped in isolated pockets. Poaching is another major threat. Giraffe meat, hide, and tail carry commercial value in certain regions. In addition, some cultural beliefs use giraffe bones and organs for healing purposes. This places enormous pressure on populations. Climate change is the invisible but most dangerous enemy. As droughts intensify, acacia trees disappear. Water sources recede. Giraffes are forced to migrate longer distances, encountering human threats more frequently along the way. Today, it is estimated that only about 117,000 giraffes remain in the world. This number represents a silent extinction that most people are not even aware of. When the giraffe disappears, the silhouette of the savanna changes. The sky becomes a little emptier. Africa becomes a little quieter. But hope still exists. Many countries have launched conservation programs. Wildlife corridors are being built. Local communities are being educated. Herds are tracked by satellite. Poaching is being fought. Scientists are conducting international projects to preserve the giraffe's genetic diversity. Because the giraffe is not only Africa's heritage, but humanity's. It is one of the most elegant letters that the earth has left to us. Each pattern is a word, each step a sentence, each breath a story millions of years in the making. And this story is still being written. As the sun slowly sets over the savanna, giraffes lay their shadows upon the earth. Their long necks catch the last light of day. Night approaches, stars emerge. And these silent giants continue their watch over the heart of Africa, as they have for millions of years. This is a legacy that nature has entrusted to us. And protecting it is now our story. The giraffe is not only part of nature, but a deep symbol within the human subconscious. From ancient cave paintings to Egyptian hieroglyphs, from Roman mosaics to medieval travelers' notes, the giraffe has always occupied a place in the human imagination as an extraordinary being. The ancient Egyptians called the giraffe the animal of the sky. Its neck reaching upward made it appear as a bridge between gods and humans. In the Roman era, the giraffe became a symbol of the exotic world. When Caesar brought a giraffe to Rome, the public received it as a miracle. Many found it difficult to believe such a creature truly existed. In medieval Europe, the giraffe was classified alongside mythical creatures. Some illustrations even depicted it with dragons. But the giraffe is not a legend. It is a living reality. Modern science now understands how complex and delicate this elegant giant truly is. The giraffe's nervous system, muscular structure, vascular system, and brain are all perfectly adapted to its elongated body. Its brain is relatively large and possesses a strong memory. Giraffes can recognize faces, distinguish individuals, and remember dangers for long periods. Giraffe mothers recognize their young for years. Even when the calf grows, it continues to roam near its mother within the herd. This social bond is one of the key elements of survival in the harsh conditions of the savanna. For a long time, giraffe communication remained unsolved. This is because many of their sounds are at frequencies too low for the human ear to detect. Recent research has revealed that giraffes communicate at night using infrasound. These sounds can travel for kilometers. In the savanna night, there is a conversation that is unseen, yet heard. Nothing in nature is accidental. As giraffe calves grow, their patterns darken, their bones strengthen, and their muscles develop. The first 2 years are the most dangerous. Those who survive this period learn the rules of the savanna. They recognize danger, follow the herd, and learn to read the scent of the wind. The giraffe senses nature not only with its eyes, but with its entire body. Yet this ancient order is cracking under the pressure of the modern world. As Africa's population rapidly grows, savannas shrink. Roads, mines, farms, and fences cut through giraffe migration routes. Genetic diversity declines. Isolated groups become more vulnerable to disease and climate change. In some regions today, giraffe subspecies are on the brink of extinction. The West African giraffe struggles to survive with only a few hundred individuals. Rothschild's giraffe, Maasai giraffe, Nubian giraffe, each one is a separate story, a separate genetic heritage. If this loss continues, the giraffe may become nothing more than a memory living in documentaries and books. But humanity can still change this story. Protected areas are expanding. Community-based conservation projects involve local people. Giraffe tourism provides economic value to communities and makes living giraffes more valuable than dead ones. Scientists map giraffe DNA, study their diseases, and track migration routes. Every saved giraffe becomes the foundation of a future, and the savanna still whispers hope. As the sun rises again, a long silhouette emerges from the mist, slow, dignified, silent. With its neck reaching toward the sky, it gazes at the horizon. Continues the story that began millions of years ago. The giraffe is still here, but for how long? This question now belongs not only to Africa, but to the entire world. The future is uncertain for the giraffe, but that uncertainty also reflects humanity's future, because the fate of the giraffe is a mirror of our relationship with nature. Scientists today are working on different scenarios. In the most optimistic scenario, protected areas expand, illegal hunting is greatly reduced, the impacts of climate change are slowed, and local people take an active role in giraffe conservation. In that case, giraffe populations could gradually recover, and some declining subspecies could regain strength. But in the worst scenario, savannas continue to fragment, droughts intensify, food resources decline, genetic diversity collapses, and within a few centuries, the giraffe disappears from the face of the earth. This is not merely the extinction of an animal. It is the collapse of an ecosystem, the loss of a culture, and the severing of humanity's bond with nature. When the giraffe vanishes, the sound of the savanna changes. The routes of birds, the growth patterns of trees, the structure of grasslands, the balance of predators, everything transforms in a chain reaction. Nature allows no vacuum, but what fills that vacuum does not always restore the former balance. Humans are only guests on this planet. The giraffe is the true owner of these lands. When a child in Africa gazes at a giraffe with wonder in their eyes, it shows that humanity can still connect with nature. As long as that bond remains unbroken, hope exists. Conservation is not only a scientific duty, but a moral one. Because the giraffe is paying the price for the problems we created. We changed the climate. We fragmented habitats. We disrupted the balance. Now it is our responsibility to restore it. Perhaps in the future, giraffes will be displayed in virtual reality museums inside cities. Perhaps children will know giraffes only through screens. But this does not have to be our destiny. Because today, on the savannas, under the sun, in the wind, the giraffe still walks. And with every step, it asks us a question. Will you share this world with me? This question is not directed only to the giraffe, but to all living beings. Humanity's answer will determine its own future. The giraffe, with its neck reaching toward the sky, is the quietest teacher on earth. It teaches us patience, elegance, harmony, and balance. To listen to it is to listen to nature. To listen to nature is to understand ourselves. The sun descends once more over the savanna. Long shadows stretch across the earth. And the giraffe, as always, gazes silently toward the horizon. The story is not over. But whether it continues is now our decision. Looking back through human history, every great civilization's fate has been shaped by its relationship with nature. Egypt rose along the Nile, Mesopotamia between the Tigris and Euphrates, the Maya civilization in the forests of Central America, all flourished while they understood and lived in harmony with nature, and collapsed when they severed that bond. Today, humanity stands at perhaps the greatest test in its history. The giraffe is the silent witness to this test. Its millions of years of existence are now in danger because of our few centuries of mistakes. And this reality reminds us that no matter how advanced our technology becomes, the laws of nature remain supreme. Because nature never seeks revenge. It simply restores balance. The extinction of the giraffe would be one of the first signs of that restoration. Scientists observe that giraffe populations are recovering in protected regions. This shows that when the right steps are taken, hope exists. Every saved life repairs a link in the chain. Every healthy herd illuminates the future of the savanna a little more. But this struggle is not Africa's alone. It is a global responsibility. Climate change knows no borders. Ecosystems are interconnected. A loss on one continent affects the entire planet. While the giraffe pays the price for humanity's mistakes against nature, it also speaks to humanity's conscience. When future generations look back at this era, they will ask one question. What did we do while the giraffe was disappearing? The answer to that question will define humanity's honor. There is still time today. The savannas are still breathing. The giraffe is still looking at the sky. The African wind still flows across its patterned body. And humanity can still choose the right path. The giraffe has survived for millions of years. It witnessed ice ages. Climates shifted. Continents changed. Predators came and went. But in the age of humanity, for the first time, it faces extinction. This is a warning, because if we cannot protect the giraffe, we cannot protect ourselves. The sun rises once more over the savanna. Golden light wraps around long bodies. A herd of giraffes moves slowly forward. Among them are calves. Life continues. For now, this image is not only today's, but tomorrow's trust. And those who will carry this trust are us.